Hi, I'm Borkaland. Glad to have you here. Welcome back. Uh, as it might be evident, I have Guardians on my mind. We are going to work on the monument today. And I wanted to say yay, but it's actually a huge project. Well, it's not huge. It's a it's a large project. It's not a massive. You know what I mean. It's big, but not too big. But I think it will be a good idea now that my arm doesn't work that much and I can only use it for a couple of hours a day. I need a project that I can AFK and pretend I did something. Oops, did I say that out loud? Well, yeah, I did. Like, let's be honest here. This will require some little building and then just a lot of standing there and placing sand. Let's get the sand for the project. I already did the math. I need about 4 shulker boxes of sand, so I should have that. I hope, or maybe we're gonna start the project of, hey, let's not break my arm grinding with grinding sand. That would be funny. Great planning, Borkon. Here we have 1 sand, 2 sand, 3 sand, and oops. Great planning there. Oh, oh, I had it. Haha! Gravel! I can use gravel instead of sand. Do I need to even test that? No, it's gonna work. Let's pretend I know what I'm doing. Why did I already have... Oh, okay, that was sand. I was thinking that I had 5 shulker boxes of gravel. That would be weird. No, I had sand here. So let's not waste sand, because sand is actually a pain to get, and gravel isn't. And what do we need here? No, we don't need anything from here. I need a little bit of stone just to build a platform I can work on. And I suspect I have the rest in here. Pistons. Do I have sticky pistons? Oops, I might have needed to AFK closer to the poor man's slime farm that isn't even connected. This started, like, if you haven't watched those episodes, which were really in the beginning, this whole thing started the stuff reduct thing that I'm building everywhere. And the idea was that I would have connected it to the network. I never did because I'm no longer ever in this area. I used to spend most of my time here. I don't anymore. Which means that the slime farm probably hasn't been producing at all. Oh boy. I have some slime left. Oh, it's not too awful. I don't need that much slime. The stack should be definitely enough. Because how many... I need like 15 pistons. Sticky ones. That shouldn't be a problem. Do I have everything? I think I have everything. If I don't have everything, well, it's not that far. Which is probably an advantage of building farms close to your base, because you can go back to get materials. The disadvantage is that it gets crowded here. Let me do some measurement and build a little platform and build, well, you'll see what I'll build. It's not too complicated. Right, so yeah, this should be it. It's not a pretty structure, but that's not the point of it. The point of it is to prevent being shot by guardians all the time. Although I'm seeing a bug right now, because I have to have the hole here. I can place 1 block here, but they can still see me through this window, and that's enough. That's definitely enough for them to just do a lot of damage. If I actually place a block here, and should be safe to place a block here and here and here and here and here. Yeah, this is the problem of trying to build anything near an ocean monument. You get shot all the time. But I built not all of it because there's still things missing, but yeah, they can't really. They can only see me from. Well, oh. I'll notice. If that's a problem, I will add a few more blocks there, so just to cut off their vision. But yeah, so well, let's see if this works. Yeah, this works. There shouldn't be redstone dust there. All right. And now for the exciting part, because I built it all in the wrong order. Land here, thank you. One of these, and oh, I forgot 2 or 3 ticks. 2 ticks. I'm pretty sure it's 2 ticks. Because, you know, removing your scaffolding blocks after you forgot to place half of the machine is always a great idea. It's good for the rocket manufacturers. It's a good thing that I am the rocket manufacturer here. Do, 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 do. So, the whole thing is built. Let's talk about what's happening here. Because if you haven't seen this, this could be quite fun. We're draining this monument. And I know that there are farms now that don't require draining the monument, or where rather you don't want to drain the monument, that you can do other things, like putting up giant portals everywhere, and the guardians just spawn in the portals and they will fly over to the Nether and die there. I built a loot system for that, even that could handle that amount of guardians. Maybe in the future. Maybe I'll modify this farm to do that, or just find another monument and do it if I just wanted absolutely ludicrous farm. But not this one. This one I actually want to drain. And yes, that's a lot of effort, but I don't know, I find it quite therapeutic. Last time I did it, I had a lot of fun. So I want to do it again. So this little building here, I'm gonna AFK there and just place gravel blocks. I think I need, well, I already did them. 4 shulker boxes of gravel should be enough. If not, we have more, so that's not a problem. And then these little contraptions here, the gravel will be going under them, and the slime block is gonna be pushing the gravel forward. So this is like a conveyor belt for gravity blocks. This will only work on sand, gravel, and concrete powder as well, but concrete powder, of course, not in water. So I definitely can't use concrete powder. And then these little contraptions here just push the blocks to the side and it continues. This actually shouldn't take that long, maybe an hour or two at most, to surround the whole thing with gravel. And I am placing. Oh, I actually need to double check a few things before I start this. But I will be placing, and let's say if I want to die from the Guardians for demonstration, why not? I will be placing the blocks on this edge here. Oops, I got shot. And so along this edge. And you might think, wait a minute, gravel is gonna look horrendously ugly. And also I'm placing the blocks inside the bounding box of the ocean monument. Both of these things are true. The gravel blocks are not going to be staying. I will be removing them eventually. I will build a glass box around the gravel, but I want to place the gravel fast and efficiently in the beginning just to get the guardians off my back, because as you can see, like they are crazy. It takes 4 seconds for them to shoot you, so you have 4 seconds to hide. Often there is nowhere to hide. I want to get rid of them, clear this thing out, and eventually I surround it with glass. It should be about 4 shulker boxes of glass, maybe a little bit more, because an advantage of dropping the blocks on the edge is that they don't have to fall down. So I need to use fewer blocks, and I don't need to run this machine for as long. Here they will be falling a little bit deeper, but everywhere else it should be fine. I am going to die now. Oh boy. The amount of lasers here is immense. And yeah, I have to clear out the ice here, because this can't be here. Well, technically it could be. Can I leave? No, of course not, because I want to. No, we need to go down to the edge of the ocean monument, of course. So all this needs to be cleared out, and I can see a few other bugs here. I have to remove all seagrass and kelp, because sand and gravel, like gravity blocks that drop on sand and kelp, will get destroyed instead of placed. And I don't see anything else here. I am getting very shot. Let's run away. Anyway, so yeah, that's cleaned up. I need to clean up the ice and get moving. Now, that went quite smoothly. I didn't expect it to go so smoothly. The only problems were that I forgot to remove the ice under here, but I could just stop the process and do that. And also, this little platform I built, well, this little platform I built here actually prevented the gravel from falling down this way. And it was completely unnecessary because I had the gravel in here all the time, so the Guardians couldn't see me anyway. But yeah, it was smooth and relatively fast. It took like an hour and a half, or even just an hour. I don't actually remember, but it wasn't much. The Guardians are still shooting me, but now we need to get shot for a little while because I think I need to remove. I definitely need to remove the machines, and I think I need to remove the top layer of the gravel. Well, don't need to, but yeah, it's probably a good idea. And I need to get more gravel and then put down lines of gravel, I think every 5 blocks. I was experimenting with this a very, very long time ago when I drained my previous ocean monument, and I think I came to the conclusion that at first I did little squares that I don't remember the dimensions. I just like I randomly picked some size and did little squares. But then I played around with it a little more, and I think 5 wide trenches of water are relatively easy to drain. But I don't remember why it was the most convenient. I don't remember. They use the least sponges, and this is not something we really need to worry about. I have a stack of sponges, and they're super easy to dry. So maybe I won't need to worry about that. I don't know. I'm just gonna remove these machines first. Especially recover the slime. I guess placing the rest of the gravel should be as simple as this. Well, I will have to rebuild this every 12 blocks, I guess, but this is not very much effort. It's what? I need to place 3 blocks. Oh, and I will need to clear out the kelp and seagrass. There is a kelp in the way. Oh, maybe actually there isn't, but there is ice. Yeah, I see seagrass. So yeah, that will require some. Shouldn't be a big deal. I cleaned up that. I didn't need to clean up that. And this is the last one on this row that's gonna be a problem. Or is it? No, that one too. You have to go. And everything else is fine. It is a completely unacceptable work environment to get shot every 5 seconds. It's incredible. I could place the gravel blocks where I like when I was standing on the edge, that was fine, but as soon as I get closer to the middle, it's just not possible. Like they knock me off. It's crazy right now. So let's get naked. And let's work like this. Oh yeah, it's already much better, because a minute ago I would have already been shot at this point 3 times. And this bit was done, and let's move the machine ahead. And I figured out that it's better to actually place it with 1 block of margin, so it's easier to place the gravel. Small little things that makes your job simpler. Bam. Oh yeah, much better. Now I can place them easily. And yes, I am fully aware that I could use a much faster clock. Like, even just pushing this observer in with a piston would be, well, would make it faster, but it doesn't really matter. It's part of it is how often I need to do this and how convenient and easy it is to build up this little thing. And I think should be the fastest. Yeah, I need to rebuild it every, I think, like once per minute or even faster. So it looked like I removed the block there, but maybe I was just hallucinating. Or I have a ghost block. I now know that they are called ghost blocks, and it's a notorious problem in Minecraft that never seems to go away, even though it's being fixed every couple of versions. Right, don't stand in front of the moving piston. And yeah, the first channel is done. Should I test how easy it is to drain before I make the others? Yeah, that's obviously how I should do it. So place one in the middle. Yeah, it kind of fills in a lot. I think this might make sense. Yeah, now my invisibility ran out and I'm gonna die. Oh boy. Maybe I should place a third there? Yeah, that makes sense. 2, 3, bam. 1, 2, 3, bam. I'm pretty sure I saw someone do this an eternity ago and I really don't remember who it was. And it seemed like the smartest way of clearing water. And of course I shouldn't be using stone for this. What was I thinking? I should be using something easy to break like netherrack. Bam, bam. 1, 2, 3. Sponge. 1, 2, 3. Sponge. 1, 2, 3. Sponge. Maybe 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sponge. That's actually better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sponge. Even 5 works, and so I just place one there. Yeah, done. I think I need to be on this level. So 1, 2, 3. Let's start with 3. Okay, there is a problem with swimming. Interesting. Very often it's just about finding a way to do things. Oh, okay, land on this. So maybe like this. 1, 2, 3. Well, the good news is that I actually recovered all the sponges. I didn't expect that. I would expect to lose a couple of sponges for every trench. The bad news is that, well, I didn't drain the whole trench with one stack of sponges. That might improve now that I more or less have a system that seems to work. Or maybe not. And of course my invisibility ran out at the wrong moment and I only have 5 levels. That's probably will go down again because when the invisibility runs out, I have no armor, and that hurts a lot. Hello, Mr. Skeleton. Why are you standing next to my bed? Bye-bye, Mr. Skeleton. But on the other hand, drying the sponges isn't much of a big deal. I actually shouldn't be landing that hard without armor. Just go here, do this, and... This still behaves weird, because if I hold both keys at the same time, I start mining for some reason. So I have to click with the left mouse button and hold down the right one. Strange. Did I get all of them back? Yep. And part 2, and 3, and 15. It's done! Well, it's not really done. I still need to drain it, but I have made all the trenches. And this required, like, I had to fetch another shulker box of gravel, and let me just pick that up. It's not too bad. Almost 9 shulker boxes of gravel for this. I don't know if this trench is gonna cause me trouble. Probably will. But yeah, 5, 5, 5, 5, and then this one ended up 2 because, well, that's how the geometry of the whole problem ended up being. I did make holes through the ice, but I didn't remove the ice, and the idea is that I don't want these, like the where the ice is now, to fill up with water that I'm going to be removing later. Not sure if I'm going to regret this decision or not. For now it makes sense, but of course I wanted the gravel to go all the way down to the ocean monument. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Except that my arm now has pretty much stopped working, so I have no idea how much more of this I can do before I need to edit the episode, which will also break my arm. But we'll see. I just had to craft some fireworks. And yeah, this gave me the answer to the question from yesterday, how much more I could do. The answer is unfortunately not much more, because just crafting one shulker box of fireworks, which basically takes nothing, it kind of ruined my arm again, and I am unable to hold the mouse. I can barely do it right now. So this will be it for today. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time, where I can maybe can do a little bit more, because My arm is slowly getting better, I hope. See you then. Bye!